The middle class has long been considered the backbone of the American dream, a group of hard-working citizens striving for a comfortable life through stable jobs, homeownership, and financial security. But in many parts of the United States, that dream is slipping away. As housing costs rise, wages stagnate, and industries change, the middle class is being squeezed out. Today on Discover the World, we explore 10 American states where the middle class is vanishing faster than ever. These places are facing economic challenges that are reshaping lives and futures. Number 10. Washington. Washington State, particularly the Seattle metro area, has become a hub for innovation and technology. But the wealth generated by these industries has not been evenly distributed. Housing in Seattle has become prohibitively expensive, forcing many middle-class residents to move further away from job centers or leave the state altogether. The transformation of neighborhoods due to gentrification has made it difficult for longtime residents to hold on to their homes and communities. The high cost of childcare, education, and healthcare adds further stress, making it difficult for the middle class to survive, let alone prosper. Number 9. Texas. Texas has long been known for its affordability and opportunity, but recent years have told a different story. Urban centers like Austin, Dallas, and Houston have seen massive growth, but that growth has driven up living costs considerably. The housing market is becoming increasingly competitive, and property taxes are climbing. Meanwhile, many of the new jobs being created are in industries that don't pay enough to support a middle-class lifestyle. As wealth concentrates in tech and oil sectors, the rest of the population finds it harder to keep up. What was once a haven for working-class families is turning into a state where economic inequality is becoming more visible. Number 8. Florida. Florida's sunshine, beaches, and low taxes may attract retirees and the wealthy, but for middle-class workers, it's getting harder to get by. Rapid population growth and real estate speculation have driven up housing prices, especially in cities like Miami, Tampa, and Orlando. At the same time, many jobs in Florida are low-paying and seasonal, offering little in the way of upward mobility. Education and healthcare costs have also been increasing, putting more pressure on families. Despite the perception of Florida as an affordable paradise, many locals are finding that the cost of staying is beginning to outweigh the benefits. Number 7. Nevada. Nevada's middle class is under pressure due to the state's heavy reliance on the hospitality and tourism industries. In cities like Las Vegas, where many workers depend on service jobs, the economic disruption from recent years has had long-lasting effects. These jobs often don't provide enough stability or benefits to support a middle-class lifestyle. Meanwhile, housing prices have risen significantly, adding another layer of difficulty. The cost of living has increased, but wages have not kept up, leaving many families on the brink of financial insecurity. The state's rapid development has, in many ways, outpaced the economic well-being of its average citizens. Number 6. Oregon. The Pacific Northwest has seen a tech boom and population growth, and Oregon is at the center of it. However, this growth hasn't translated into prosperity for everyone. Cities like Portland have experienced massive housing demand, driving up costs far beyond what many middle-income earners can afford. While some have benefited from the booming economy, many others have found themselves priced out of their own neighborhoods. The shift from traditional industries like timber to more specialized tech jobs has also left behind a workforce that's struggling to adapt. The result is a disappearing middle class and a growing divide between the rich and the poor. Number 5. Massachusetts. Massachusetts may be a leader in education and healthcare, but that hasn't protected its middle class from decline. Cities like Boston have seen dramatic increases in rent and home prices, making it nearly impossible for average workers to live close to where they work. As tech and finance jobs soar, service and public sector jobs have failed to keep pace in terms of compensation. This economic imbalance is creating a tiered society where opportunity and comfort are limited to a select few. The middle class, once the pride of this historic state, is being squeezed out by a growing wealth gap. Number 4. New Jersey. In New Jersey, many middle-class families feel trapped between high living expenses and stagnant income. Despite its proximity to economic hubs like New York City and Philadelphia, the state has become notoriously expensive for average residents. Property taxes are among the highest in the country, and daily costs, from groceries to transportation, continue to rise. These financial pressures make it difficult for the middle class to get ahead. Young adults raised in New Jersey are increasingly choosing to start their lives in more affordable regions, creating generational shifts that weaken the traditional middle-class fabric. Number 3. Illinois. Illinois, especially Chicago and its suburbs, is experiencing significant middle-class erosion. The combination of high property taxes, public pension crises, and a shrinking manufacturing base has created an atmosphere of uncertainty. Middle-income families are being burdened with increasing costs while opportunities seem to be drying up. The state's budget issues have led to cuts in public services and education, adding to the strain on families trying to maintain a decent quality of life. The result is an exodus of residents looking for financial relief elsewhere, leaving behind communities struggling to stay vibrant. Number 2. New York. New York is another state where the middle class is being rapidly pushed to the margins. The glamour of Manhattan and Brooklyn hides a harsher reality for many who live paycheck to paycheck. Even in upstate cities like Buffalo and Rochester, economic transformation has left entire communities without the stable industrial jobs they once relied on. Gentrification and rising costs have created an environment where surviving, not thriving, has become the new norm. Many lifelong residents find themselves relocating to more affordable states, unable to keep pace with the state's cost of living and shifting job market. Number 1. California. Once hailed as the land of opportunity and sunshine, California is now becoming a difficult place for the average worker to thrive. Skyrocketing housing prices in cities like San Francisco and Los Angeles have pushed middle-income families out of their neighborhoods and, in many cases, out of the state entirely. Even though California boasts a strong tech-driven economy, the benefits are often limited to those in high-paying sectors. Teachers, nurses, and small business owners struggle to afford the basics, and the divide between the wealthy and the working class continues to grow. For many, the dream of a balanced life in California has turned into a daily struggle to stay afloat. The erosion of the middle class is not just a statistic, it's a reality that millions of Americans face every day. In these 10 states, the combination of rising living costs, stagnant wages, and shifting job markets is making it harder for average families to hold on to the lifestyle they've worked so hard to achieve. As the gap between the wealthy and the rest continues to widen, it's clear that the American dream is being redefined. Whether through policy changes or grassroots efforts, the future of the middle class depends on addressing these deep-rooted challenges head-on. If you found this video informative, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to infoSphere for more deep dives into the changing face of global and local societies. Let us know in the comments if your state is feeling the pinch, and we'll see you in the next video.